Hi there and welcome to my channel. It's so good to see you again. Today I'm making a fall pumpkin wall hanging using mostly Dollar Tree items. It has the cutest scarecrow on it. There will be easy step-by-step follow along instructions, and I'll give you a little bit of history behind the scarecrow as we go. So if you're ready, let's make a mess. I bought this acorn shaped wood base at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it a base coat of white paint front and back. After that dries, I'll give it a coat of vintage white since that's the color of the background on my napkin. The familiar cornfield scarecrow has a long and storied history both in Europe and in the New World. 3,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians hung tunics on reeds to scare quail away from their crops along the Nile. The ancient Greeks created wooden statues of Priapus, a fertility god, to stand in their fields to frighten the birds. The paint is dry and it's time to decoupage the napkin to the board. And I don't remember where I got this napkin, but there are tons of fall napkins out there right now at all the dollar stores and Big Lots. I'm cutting away the part of the napkin that I'm not going to use, and separated the layers. I'm only going to use the top layer with the picture on it. I'm removing as much of the background as I can to make it easier to decoupage. I'm using a water brush, but you can use water and a paintbrush if you don't have one. I'm using the water method of decoupage today, and I have an in-depth tutorial showing you exactly how to do the water method. You can click the link at the top right-hand corner to see that video, and I'll also leave a link in my description box. I'm putting the picture face down on a piece of plastic and then squirting it with some water. I'm moving the napkin around very delicately to remove some of the air bubbles and wrinkles. After coating the board with some Mod Podge, I'll lay the picture down right along with the plastic. Then it's real easy to smooth out the wrinkles right through the plastic. When you lift it up, there shouldn't be any wrinkles. But if you have a few really tiny ones, they'll go away as the paper dries because it shrinks as it dries. After it dried, I put another layer of Mod Podge just to seal the picture. Now I need to match up the rest of the board with the napkin background. I mixed some tan and light gray paint to get the perfect color. I'm dry brushing this paint to make it look like wood. As early as the 8th century, the Japanese had kubiko to keep sparrows from the rice. The figure was dressed in old dirty rags and bells and would be burned in the field at the end of the agricultural season. The smoke and smell would keep the birds away. I drew lines from the bottom to the top that matched up with the black lines on the napkin. Now I'm painting over the lines that I drew with some black paint and a fine paintbrush. It doesn't matter if the lines are perfect because the lines in the napkin look like they're distressed wood. In some Native American cultures, men sat on raised platforms and shouted at birds or animals approaching the crops. I'm using that same tan and light gray paint mixture to add a dark edge around the board. This will add some dimension, and I'm doing that with a damp sponge. If you're enjoying this video, please let me know by hitting that like button. By doing so, you help my channel to grow and reach more people out there. That way I can continue to bring all of you great tutorials. And thank you for doing that. In Europe, scarecrows have long been tied to the supernatural boogeyman. The legend of Jack-o'-lantern, which originated in Ireland in the Dark Ages, is that of a stingy trickster. In Irish and English folktales, Jack-o'-lantern is doomed to wander between heaven and hell. He carries a light in a turnip or pumpkin, and later that light is substituted for his head. After the paint dried, I gave the entire board a coat of gloss varnish and then let that dry. Now, this is my favorite part. I'm going to glue all the cute things to the background on the board. I got all the leaves and this cute little scarecrow at Dollar Tree. I have some great videos coming up in the near future. I'm working on some fall/Thanksgiving projects, as well as some Christmas ornaments. You'll want to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. And click the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. I found this pumpkin ribbon at Dollar Tree, and I'm making a bow for the top. In the 15th and 16th centuries, European ideas of scarecrows traveled to the New World. Many rural farming areas still use the age-old scarecrow. We also use them to decorate our homes in the fall. We see them as both creepy and cute. I'm using gloss gel medium to glue the scarecrow to the board. Everything else I used my Sure Bonder cordless glue gun. It is so nice to work without a cord in your way. The link for this is in my favorite tools section in the description box. These mini pine cones and pumpkins were from Dollar Tree as well. I bought these little corn cobs at Dollar General, and I think they are just so cute. I had to have them. I removed the raffia, and I'm putting it under the bow on both sides. Then I put an ear of corn on each side. And then I ended up removing the yellow one on the right and put it over on the left with the other brown one. It looked a little bit too balanced and needed to be a little bit more asymmetric. Today there are scarecrow festivals held all over the world during the autumn season. What they share is a celebration of a family and community way of life. Scarecrows are also subjects of folk art, songs, as well as stories and movies created in the romantic tradition of the Gothic imagination. And then, of course, more little mini pumpkins. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. I put together a playlist of some other tutorials you may enjoy. Click the picture on the right to be taken directly to that playlist.